I destroyed my dad's life and I don't feel bad about it. Hello, love your podcast, and thought this would be the perfect place to share my story. TWCSAI, 28F, destroyed my dad's, 49F, life. Little backstory: when I was a child my dad assaulted me. It only happened once. But it stayed with me forever. I did try to tell my stepmom but she didn't believe me, so I kept it secret up until my 20s. The older I got the more I found out how awful my father was, and my anger and resentment grew and grew. Things like serial cheating on my stepmom, targeting young women, taking suggestive photos of my friends. I eventually stopped having my friends over at my house, among other even worse things I will not mention here. Fast forward to 2017, I got married and had my son. I moved away, and at this point I was low contact and finally went no contact with him, my stepmom, and most of my family. I joined TikTok in 2019 and started coming out with my story more and more. TikTok really became a place of comfort for me and an outlet to speak freely about the traumas of my life. None of my videos got much traction, but it felt good to talk about it. I also got into therapy at this time too. In 2022, I found out my dad moved to a town right next to mine, and I was furious but also worried because that meant he had a fresh slate and fresh targets. Him and my stepmom had divorced, so he truly had nothing holding him back. I posted on TikTok sending out a warning, and praying it hit the right side of TikTok. But the attention it got really blew my mind. It got hundreds of thousands of views and likes. The comments section was filled with support and love from my own community. I had done it, it reached predominantly my area. Now here comes the destruction. The video went so viral it reached his job he had been at for well over a decade. It reached several branches. He and his RGM stopped showing up to work, and an investigation was launched because women started coming forward about his inappropriate behavior towards them, and men came forward about what they witnessed and his mistreatment of them. The reason he moved close to me was because a GM position opened, and due to all the complaints that were left under the table, the RGM, who was good friends with my dad, offered the position to him to start fresh. Worst decision he could have made. Eventually he was fired. But that's not all. I posted his vehicles, his face, and his name in this warning. I had people from my hometown reaching out to me telling me their own stories about him. Neighbors, waitresses from restaurants he frequented, his friends, his old employees, even the person who bought his house when he moved up here by me. And the overall consensus, because of his past other discretions, was that they weren't surprised. Go figure. His girlfriend left, his friends ostracized him, he sold his dream car he had just bought. It was very identifiable and I had posted it in my videos, his truck, and his house. He ran out of town. He hid in his camper for quite some time with his guns cause he was terrified. He tried to get new jobs but kept failing. He turned to cocaine and alcohol. Everything he knew and prided himself it was destroyed. I went nuclear and I don't regret it one bit. The more his skeletons came out the closet, the more I posted his dirty little secrets. Some might say I went too far, and to that I say, I don't care. This was my justice. I even reported some other things I won't mention to the police, and in that time the officer got out of me what he did to me when I was a little girl and asked if I wanted to attempt to take that to court. We all know how that goes and I had zero evidence to back myself up, so I said no. He eventually left for Florida and last I knew he was house hunting down there. I am a truck driver, and let's just say I have eyes and ears everywhere. It's my mission to protect every woman he comes across. And I will continue to do so. Call me crazy, I call it karma. Anyway, sorry for the long post. Thanks for taking the time to read this. All my love, Rowan.
Thank you for tuning in to Twisted Tales. If you enjoyed this journey through Reddit's captivating stories, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you never miss out on our next Reddit tale. Your support keeps these stories coming, and we can't wait to share more with you. Until next time, stay curious, stay tuned, and keep the stories flowing.